Welcome to Irondice mode, Lucius session 2. David, how are you feeling today?
About the same as usual, so pretty alright.
Pretty alright. Well, would you be interested in 50 experience points?
Sure, question mark? For what
Well,
location?
You will need to give me a good recap of last week's D&D, and you will receive 50 experience points.
Oh, okay. So let's see, last session, right? First time actually playing. Lucius, along with his traveling companions from the church, who are named Lepus and Diedrich, set out from the city of Cagium, on their journey towards Robur. Their first stop on the way would be Valles, so that's where they were heading. On the way there, at first they encountered some bandits mugging some probably rich-ish people on the side of the road. They could have potentially fought and tried to save them, but Lucius was not feeling up for it. So might have something to do with a real-life iteration of him's PTSD against combat certain creatures. Anyways, so they basically just pretended they didn't see anything. Didn't accept the hush money though, so a little bit of morality was saved. And then as they were walking away, they saw the bandits killing one of the travelers. There were already bodies, but you know. As they kept on going, they encountered an older lady whose name turned out to be Martha on the side of the road. She was injured, and Lucius healed her with a little spell, a little magic, cure light wounds. Anyways, Martha talked about how she had there was a disagreement with her granddaughter, and the people she was traveling with. They went a different way. It was a little bit. It seemed kind of like she might have been talking about the people encountered earlier, but the details weren't quite lining up, so probably not. After healing Martha and hearing her out a little bit, turned out she was also heading to Valles, so they accompanied each other on the last bit away. And when they eventually came to Valles, the gates were just open. There weren't any guards. This was late evening, by the way, on that day, the first day of travel. Yeah, they were all everyone was kind of confused. Martha kind of just ran off into the city, going to find her granddaughter. Lucius sent Diedrich after her to kind of tail her, because that was a little bit sus. Diedrich is a former thief, so he's a little bit on the stealthier side. And after investigating a little bit, going into a bar, they realized there had been a raid from one of the mountain clans of bandits, essentially, who were now more or less occupying the town, while the city guard were holed up in the keep. Lucius went to the keep to talk to the Baroness. Didn't really accomplish much from that, just kind of confirmed what the situation was. And then afterwards, Lucius decided to leave, and because Diedrich had found where Martha had gone, and Lucius thought at that point that Martha was probably tied to the bandits. So he went to where she had gone alone. Diedrich led him there, but after that he left and Lucius was on his own. He went there, and indeed Martha was the grandmother of the current chief, who he talked to, and they, after a bit of a conversation, eventually he managed to talk her down into attacking the keep, because it would essentially lead to a lot of death with not much accomplished. She was already kind of reluctant to begin with about being chief, So yeah. So then it was decided that they were gonna take her, the chief, whose name is Corin, by the way, young girl, mid teenage years. They were gonna, more or less, Lucius was gonna smuggle her out, and then Martha was gonna take the bandits and leave and stop the siege. Which went more or less to plan. There was some scuffle with a guy named Woodplank.
Great name.
Who ended up getting killed. He also killed Martha in the scuffle, but Lucius managed to save her just in time with a high roll on Cure Light Wounds. So that was poggers.
Mm-hmm.
I did not land an attack roll during that fight, but I managed to do something at least. And then in the morning, the bandits had left. Lucius tried to play coy when talking to the Baroness about it, but she kind of saw through him and realized he did something. And because of that, she gave him some extra cash for the road.
Yeah.
And then we picked up Corin, who was in a hiding place, and left the city.
Yep.
And that is where we left off. We're currently on the road.
Fantastic. Take your 75 experience. That was really good.
Oh my god.
I will reward you. Let's go. Yeah, it is worthwhile given that despite being the first player in Irondice mode, you are not the first player to hit level 2. So I the 25 experience goes a long way to helping you catch up and retain your deserved spot as leading Irondicer.
I mean, Samuel has had more sessions than Lucius at this point, so it makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's because you died, right? That's why.
Yeah.
That's why things happen. Poor William.
Yeah. I guess a note though also is that Lucius, because he was more or less up most of the night, he did not get a long rest, or he did not get a rest at all. Mm-hmm. So he currently only has 5 out of 7 HP and only 1 spell prepared, which is Entangle.
Yes, exactly.
So just for the viewers.
Mm-hmm. The viewer who definitely exists.
Yeah, also for us.
Yes,
to
for us.
keep track of.
Good thing that you remember that. Good. Well done. That out of the way. You're a party of 4 now, because Corin has joined you. Heading all the way out to Ventus. Start leaving these valleys and mountainous area during the beginning of this day. The road to Ventus is somewhere between 2 and 3 days out. It is a much longer way than between Cagium and valleys. And so the landscape is something that you'll have to get used to. The landscape here is quite different from how it was both where you grew up around Cagium and the lake, but also how it was in valleys. Out here, the grasses grow high. Very tall grasslands that stretch out as far as the eye can see in any direction. At some points taller than you guys are, walking through what feels like a cut down section of some kind of undergrowth jungle.
So
Other
is
times
it just
lower.
It is always wild growth? There's no
it's
fields
a whole
or
bunch
anything?
of wild growth. You know that you'll probably start seeing way more, taken care of and farmed field the closer you get to Ventus. But here, down from Valles on this side, there's a lot of wild growth that, as I said, grows really, really tall at times. There's really tall grasses. Party keeps on walking for a while.
Just the thing.
Yep.
As we when we're a decent bit away from Valles, that was when Lucius started explaining the events of the night to the other two.
Yeah.
Just so they know who Corin is, why she's traveling with us, and all that stuff.
Yep. Your two companions seem pretty proud about what you've done. They're both impressed by your ability to negotiate the situation. It is definitely a rightful place for a cleric to stand between warring parties and put a stop to it and stop unnecessary deaths. So they nod approvingly at you as you tell this story. Diedrich more so with this almost looking up nature. Lepus more with a yes, good. This cleric we picked up to our temple has some has what it takes. Good. I'm satisfied. You keep on walking, and after a while, you stop to rest for a bit, somewhere between during the lunch hour. And while you're doing so, Corin notices that there's shaking in the grasses. And she takes this time to gather you all up and say, okay, I know that I'm only traveling you with you for a bit, but I do know these lands somewhat better than you, I think. I think this is a good time to warn you about what is out there in these grasses. Mostly, we ought to keep an eye out for grass scorpions. They're a strange creature who make their home here. If you notice patches where grasses are cut down, that is a telltale sign of a nest out in the otherwise high grasses.
I was mainly thinking about like when you said like the shaking grass. I was thinking about the Velociraptor scene from Jurassic Park 2, which you haven't seen, right?
I've never seen Jurassic Park. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She then goes on to say that also in these areas, there are semi-intelligent creatures, kobolds mainly. Many of them. However, usually in smaller clans, or tribes, or family units. There is not really any horde of them out here.
And these kobolds, is it possible to negotiate with them in some way, or does an encounter mean either flee or fight?
Do you speak kobold?
Unfortunately not.
She looks to Lepus and Diedrich, who shake their heads. Well, if we do not speak kobold, then I know that there's a low chance that some of them speak the common tongue, but it is not something to be expected. If we see kobolds, we should either find a way to escape or strike them down.
But just in theory, it's possible. Say if we were to...
Yeah. Just like in theory, it's possible to negotiate with a bear. You know, you can put some food on the ground and hope it gets distracted. Kobolds they're not very smart, as far as I understand, she says. You have your food for the bit, and you continue on.
I think as we're just like resting after finishing food, Lucius is gonna take the opportunity to like semi fall asleep for a little bit, just because he's kind of tired still.
Yeah, you take a power nap.
Yeah, not really like a proper nap, even just like kind of half awake, half asleep kind of thing.
As you're walking, she also says, "It is also a good thing that we don't have any horses out here. The eastern plains of Chaldeus are well known for griffins in the sky. Every now and then. Not so much all the way down here, but if you were to head north towards Ignalia and Urku, definitely more of them. And some down here as well.
They don't nest in the mountains around Valus then?
They do, some of them, but mostly they nest in the hill range that separates us from the people up north in the desert. They fly enormous ranges. I've also heard occasional rumors of manticores and even chimeras out here, though hopefully we don't have such poor luck.
Yeah, let's hope. Although just to be sure, let's keep an eye on the sky.
Yeah.
As Lucius says that and like starts like looking up like more frequently.
Looks up. What a fake gamer. Fake gamer. Looks up. Anyway, the crew continues walking on, and Lepus takes this moment to tell the tales of Ventus, a well-known town in the faith of Tengria. Ventus is a unique town on this in this nation. It is barrenless. It does not hold fort nor keep. The people there rule themselves in some kind of old tradition of meetings and gatherings. However, they are still bound under the rules of the Count up in Ignalia, in Ignis County. This is a tenuous arrangement. The nobles of Cagium and Ignalia are not particularly happy about it, but it seems to have been the best way to keep the peace, and the followers of Tengri out in Ventus have been able to maintain themselves that way. They're mostly self-sufficient. They grow their own food, keep their own livestock, and yeah, he narrates about this a little bit.
So what role does the Temple of Tengria play in the community?
It seems to be their form of leadership, but it being the Temple of Tengria, it doesn't offer much of a strong hand. More moral guidance on an individual level to everyone involved. It also seems to be the meeting place where they gather to hold their... Well, they speak of matters and they decide what to do together.
So on paper, it's kind of a theocratically run town, but
yes,
not in practice.
No, more everyone for themselves in practice, and everyone together when necessary.
Right.
Yes, and again, this is something that has not always been able to be the case in Ventus. Over the years, it has been invaded by both Cagium and Ignalia and Robur. The free count seats that surround it offer up strong banners that have walked all over Ventus in this time and the other, but though many attempts at establishing a baron in the place have been made, none have stuck.
On that note, there is like some kind of monarch, right?
Yes. Chaldeus is a collection of counties where it's basically a whole bunch of small nations that are ruled by a count. So you have the county of Ignalia, which includes Ponti, Ventus, Urcu, and Ignalia. You have the county of Rupsfort over here. You got the city-state of Arkham, which kind of does its own thing, but they technically count as a county. They're very much a border town with the nation to the north, who Chaldeus have a very strained relationship with. Then you got the county of Robur down here. Out on the edge, you got the county of Sulani that takes care of Colside and Ermin and so forth.
Yeah. What is the capital? Is there a capital?
The capital is Cagium.
Yeah, it is the capital.
Cagium is the capital. In many ways, Cagium is just also one of the counties, but it just happened to be the one that grew the strongest.
Okay, so you said they had tried to walk over Ventus, but if Ventus is already a part of the kingdom, is there no right of conquest amongst between internal territories? Occasionally.
There has been civil war in the nation of Chaldeus. Chaldeus has risen and fallen many times throughout the 1,000 years of the mists that are now 200 years behind us. When this place was isolated, different areas here have held control at different times. Some places are newer altogether, like Ignalia County is a newer establishment that didn't exist 500 years ago.
Yeah, I'm mostly just wondering what would be the casus bellus to try to attack Ventus if Ventus is already under the crown.
Let's say that Ventus is under the crown of Cagium, but Cagium is that point in time not the capital. Then maybe if Robur wanted to make a stake of controlling this region more strongly and being the stronger county, then they could try to take Ventus. the concept of Chaldeus, the United Kingdom under Cagium, is somewhat new, even though it has existed before. Then it has not existed, and it's been a bunch of warring states. Then it has existed again. It is a loose connection of places. This, and Ventus,
so you meant those occasions had been not during a United Kingdom type of situation.
No.
Got it.
Although like sometimes it's been that like in legend it says that in old times of Chaldeus, way back when, one of the reasons it broke apart was because it was a United Kingdom and then someone invaded somewhere, right? So internal warfare, and you also have these like political strives where like maybe Robur really wants to conquer Sulani down in the southwest, and so what they do is they keep bantering Cagium about Sulani not bringing their straw to the pile. They're not good enough, they're not doing enough, they're not collecting enough taxes, and so they try to gain support for legally being allowed to take over Sulani. But Sulani might still resist, even though the crown says, okay, Robur should go and conquer Sulani. Sulani might not like that, and they resist. You have these kinds of politics going on.
Yeah.
But right now, it is a time of relative peace in Chaldeus, under the rule of Cagium.
Just asking, where is Sulani? I'm not finding it on the map.
It's all the way to the southwest.
Oh, there. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it is on the little peninsula.
Yeah, I see it. It's here.
Yeah. That is one of the smaller counties in Chaldeus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, back to the road.
Yes. You're heading forward. Things are rather peaceful for most of the walk today. As you continue onwards, you encounter some people who are just meeting you on the road. They're walking from the other direction, and they seem to be heading towards Valles. It is a duo. One man who walks strong with a sword by his side, a shield on his back, well armed in chainmail, some kind of fighter, and another man who walks behind him, who looks to be some kind of maybe administrator or scholar. If you're really unlucky, it's a wizard, but like, what are the odds of that? Those don't really come by every that often. And they are just walking in the opposite direction. As you get closer, they give you a nod and a hail, but they don't make an effort to stop you if you don't make an effort to stop them.
I don't see much reason. I just like do a normal greeting back as you would. Keep on going. Like I guess like just as we're passing by, just keeping an eye on them, just in case. But don't really do anything.
Yeah. As you do
nothing seems to be amiss. I assume
As you do so, you pass them by, and this is when you spot that the scholarly type walking in the behind is carrying some kind of bloody cloth. Maybe it is the clothing of a fellow friend of them that has fallen. Maybe someone they've attacked, but it seems to be a bundle of clothing that is definitely bloody, that is being carried, but carried quite gingerly and carefully.
Okay, so you mean like in his arms, or is it like
he's got like a bundle that he has like under some like when you walk towards him, he had it under his arm. Then he seems to readjust it to carry it in a bundle like this. Then he seems to throw it over his shoulder sometimes. Like he's moving it about to make it, but he's always being quite careful with it. He's not like just holding it hard. It's always like supporting it from underneath.
When you're saying like bloody, is it like it's not like dripping blood or anything?
No. It is stained.
Yeah. I get, and it's what kind of size you said is like?
It's like another person.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess in that case, as I see that, like, I would not stop a bit in my tracks and like, just for curiosity's sake, what do you have there?
They
and
stop.
I like nod towards.
The man with the armor turns around and goes, "What remains of our friend? If you see a hill A big hill, maybe half a day's travel out. Be careful of holes on the sides. Spiders be living in there.
I see. Well, I'm truly sorry for your loss. May I pray for him, or her?
Oh, absolutely. They put down the what you can then identify as a probably female tunic on the ground, and they back off a little bit as it's spread out before you.
Yeah. I basically start like chanting. I'm not doing anything magical, but just a normal prayer, talking about like letting their letting their spirit be free, and either pass on to the next life, or actually, what is like the belief of the afterlife?
It varies. This is something that there's disagreement on within the faith. Some believe that, let's just say that in the general Aspectrian faith, the most common idea is that the goddess Chula, I want to say, of souls, she has a string that connects spiritually to every single person. And when you die, she pulls your spirit up to the moon, where it is stored. And inside of the moon is just this giant pile of souls that are stored and mixed and split and put together again in different combinations. And then whenever someone is born, that energy is brought down to them with a new string. She is sometimes called the Great Spider God. She's sometimes called the Great Fisherman God, because of this motif of all of these strings that shine down from the moon. But so it is believed that your spirit is made up of many different parts of people before you. You aren't a pure reincarnation, but you are the reincarnation of hundreds, maybe thousands of people combined in a big sludge into you. That is the mainstream belief, but it is challenged by both the people of the hexagonal faith and the druids very much strongly challenge it, because they believe that the planet itself, or the realm itself, is the gods. So when you die, by molting, you become part of it, and so now you are part of the gods, and then the earth is then recycled into you for food, and so you become born again. Like, they believe the earth itself is God, and so you have all of these different interpretations, but usually it's some kind of mixed reincarnation belief.
Alright. In that case, I would in that case pray about like letting your spirit fly free, finish any unfinished business, if there is any, and then take her next step into her next life. When she feels ready.
Great. One thing that could be a nice thing to think about is that a common fear people have is their spirit getting trapped in other planes, right? Because it is believed that this plane is special through its direct connection to the divine. And so if you get trapped in the plane of fire, it might be more difficult to reach the moon or something. So those are like fears people have. That's like the most common idea of this world's concept of hell, is like just being trapped other dimensionally.
In that case, I guess I would kind of like throw in like a blessing to, as I said, like fly free, never get stuck, like kind of like that.
That's great.
Yeah. Always go where you.
Yeah.
Where the wind takes you. Something.
Yeah, it's not super important, but it's a nice little bit of flavor. So I thank you for that. Good roleplay. Yeah. They thank you and they continue on their trip. And as you keep on walking, it becomes dusking time. And Lepus suggests that you lot stomp out an area of grass so that you flatten it down, you can get on the side of the road, and you set up camp for the night. You have 2 tents that are 2 men each, so he asks you if you would like who you would like to go with.
I guess I'll suggest Corin stay with me since I don't know her, but I know her slightly better than the other two.
Yeah.
So
Lepus looks a little bit like, is that really a good idea? But he doesn't say anything.
I mean, Lucius is not gonna make any more out of that.
You can definitely tell that Lepus doesn't trust Corin fully, but also is like, hey, you make your choices, man. Very much like the faith of Tengria would instruct. You set up. You get ready to go to bed for the night, and the topic of watches is brought up. And because you need a full night of sleep, it is so that you should probably have either the first or the last watch.
Yeah, I would suggest that I would like to take the last watch because I didn't sleep that much this night.
Yeah, and you can probably do your memorization during that last watch as well.
Yeah.
Great. One second.
I guess Corin probably also didn't sleep that much, especially since she didn't have a bed to sleep in either.
Nope.
So she probably also could use a more proper rest.
Yep.
So I would suggest she takes first watch.
Excellent. Corin will go first. The two guys will go in the middle. Those are the toughest watches, and then you'll go last.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Who's going first between Diedrich and Lepus, by the way?
Let me roll for that. It is Lepus going first, Diedrich going second. So Diedrich will wake you up.
Alright.
Let's see here. Excellent. Then we check this part and this part.
By the way, before we chose our site, I assume we would scout the surrounding area a little bit to see that we're not near the spider den that the other mentioned.
Absolutely. You do not see a big hill anywhere close. This works out excellently. You scout out a bit, you stomp down grasses, you make sure that you aren't resting on top of a scorpion nest. And then it's time to rest.
Yeah.
Let's give some perception checks to your teammates. Lepus fails his. The others two pass. But it's super chill. And then we get to you. Diedrich wakes you up as dawn breaks.
Can I just read one thing real quick?
Yeah. Do it. What are you reading?
I'm just checking if pass without trace or pass without trace. Exactly what it does. Okay, now I'm just seeing like if that would be useful to have on the road, but probably not. It's since
we need to go over one more thing about spells. In second edition, you cannot unmemorize spells. They have to be burned.
Oh yeah, right. The wizard burn. Right, you mentioned that before.
Yes, you have to burn your spells. Now, I don't know if Entangle has a cost involved. If it doesn't have a cost involved, then it's probably fine. You could just have cast it at night before you went to bed. If you want to replace it with something.
It does. I only required my holy symbol, so that's
Okay,
yeah.
then
Nothing else.
if you want to have that cast, you'll need to just cast an entangle out into the grasslands.
Yeah. I don't think I will. I think I'll probably just go with the same lineup, so entangle and 4 cure light wounds. That's why I checked pass without trace,
Yes.
in case it would be useful. But I don't think it's very
Absolutely.
useful traveling on the road.
Entangle and 2 cure line wounds. Perfect.
Yeah. But did I say 2?
Yeah, you said 2 in the middle.
Okay,
of
well,
English. Excellent.
I don't think I did, but whatever.
It's recorded.
We'll check the record.
Yeah,
We'll
we can check the record later. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. So as you said, Lepus failed.
Yes, Lepus
His
failed,
check.
but nothing happened, so it was fine. And then it is
Okay.
time for you. So for you, because you'll be doing memorization during your watch, which you need to, because you need to start it after waking up while you're still freshly rested.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can also take 1 HP back.
Right. That is a good
Yes.
thing.
That is a good thing. I want you to give me a perception check with your stat at -5.
Okay. So is that a D20?
That is a d20, and then you take your perceptions at -5, and you try to roll it or lower.
Okay. 19.
That is
Well,
a
that is
terrible roll.
very bad. Yeah.
That is 1 off the critical failure.
Yeah. So I guess I failed my perception.
Yes, you do.
On that note, I'm probably gonna, since I'm doing my whole sword dance ritual.
Yep.
As I wake up, like my little morning gymnastics, I'm probably not paying as much attention to the surroundings as I should because of that.
That's the reason you had the -5.
Yeah. Which didn't end up mattering.
Did not end up mattering, but, you know, could have.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I get my spells now, right? Or are you gonna
Yes.
interrupt me?
You do get your spells. Sorry, some things were going on. Rolls were happening, but you will realize what has happened after you were done dancing.
Okay.
So, yes, you get your spells. You have 1 HP back.
Yeah.
And you go to wake up the other 3. Which is when you notice...
Yeah.
That Diedrich is gone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So he was just in... But Lepus is still there? Like nothing weird?
Lepus is still there.
Okay, and what about the rest of the tent? Like
It's there. Everything's there. The only stuff missing is Diedrich and whatever he had on him.
Okay.
In fact,
And
even his pants are still here.
Did I see him go to bed?
Yeah.
Before?
Yeah, he woke you up, then he went back to bed in a tent. And now his pants are here, but no Diedrich.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess after waking up the other 2 up, we'll just... The first thing we do is just look for him, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll shout his name a bit.
You shout, Diedrich! Diedrich!
Yeah.
The other two help out.
Do we find any kind of...
Corin looks around a bit and then comes back and goes, I spotted some knockdown grasses a bit outside of our perimeter. And then it smelled like piss. And after that, I don't see, there's more knockdown grasses going deeper into the grasslands from there. And those were wider.
I was gonna say like, well, I hope you two are fine with skipping breakfast for a bit.
Lepus nods. Corin looks uncomfortable, but nods as well. Are we going after him? It's dangerous.
Of course, I mean... Oh, we can't just leave him.
Oh. I guess. What do you think happened to him?
At the very least, we need to find out. As I start heading into the...
Yeah,
I assume there's some kind of trail.
Very
in the
clear
grass.
trail. Very clear trail. High grasses, if like you walk through them, they like flatten, right? So it's very easy to follow here. And you do notice that Corin will lead you out to what she saw, which is it leads like maybe 4 or 5 steps out into the grasses, and then there's a pea-smelling part. And then that area is like way flatter than the rest. Like there was some kind of thing that happened here. And then the trails extend further out into the grasses in a wider way. It's almost as if he was being dragged.
Yeah. So yeah, we follow the trail.
Yep.
I'll
pull back the curtains a little bit here and let you know that I gave constitution checks to both Corin and Lepus to wake up from all this because it was kind of loud. And both of them nat 20'd, which means they giga failed. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess we're obviously like paying attention to the sides to the extent that we can, but I assume it's pretty difficult.
Yeah. You continue on following this place a bit further. Let's shift the music here. Doop 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 doop. You go through these grasses, and eventually you notice the ground rising a bit, as you've definitely made it up on some kind of long hill.
By the way, just to mention, I would probably have left my backpack in the campsite, so I only have my on-body stuff right now.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, you start heading uphill a little bit, you notice. The grasses here shorten drastically as you get higher and higher up. And eventually, you see that there sort of is a shape that goes a little bit like this. And then up here, there seems to be some kind of big entrance into the top of this hill. Some kind of cave opening, but it's not rock, it's dirt and grasses that have been seemingly carved out on purpose.
Well, as we see this, like, I'm gonna say, well, it seems like we found our spiders.
Corin will chime in here. Really? You think spiders go and grab someone minutes and minutes and minutes away?
I admit it does sound out of character for spiders, but this place does fit the description, no?
Maybe it's just that there's also spiders here.
Perhaps.
What did that person say about being careful of?
Holes, I believe.
You think that's a hole? Or is that something more than a hole?
Well, I mean, that's probably a cave, but the hill itself fits the description.
Right.
Maybe we would just watch our step.
Right, let's do that. You watch your step, and you edge closer and closer to the cave entrance. If you get...
I'll probably have drawn my weapons at this point.
Yep. As you get closer, suddenly, a little fluffy head pops out of the, at this point, quite low grass. But there was a tiny creature that was just pushing itself down there. And it pops up. I got a beetle.
Like, I guess as we like hear / see it, I'll just turn towards on reflex and like point my sword at it.
It is a tiny canine creature, fluffy, short. It has a very rudimentary spear in one of its hands, which is stone and tied together with some kind of grasses. It seems to posture. I got a beetle. As it makes itself bigger.
So out of character, I'm assuming this is a kobold, but in character, I don't think I've ever seen a kobold, right?
Kobolds are everywhere in this world. So if you've ever been out in the wild and encountered monsters, 80% chance you probably encountered kobolds.
Okay, so even if you haven't seen one, you probably like realize what it is from the the visuals,
Kobolds
right?
are substantially more common than goblins, for example.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as it starts like it's shouting, or is it just like kind of?
It is posturing, making itself big, going "Abarabito, ayaya, wah."
I'm gonna just say like, seems like we've been spotted.
Wah. It sort of looks nervously side to side and starts backing slowly backwards.
I'm gonna point towards the kobold and like do like a C sound, and then like point towards us, and then like do like a question gesture.
It tilts its head to the side. Then it sticks its tongue out and goes bada bada, and then starts bolting away from you as fast as possible.
I was like, well, we'll worth a try.
It has run into the cave, the dirt cave.
I'm gonna just start following it.
You start following it. You get up to the edge of this cave, and from deep inside you can hear more different voices talking to each other rapidly. And then you finally hear a hello coming from seemingly further down in some way.
Is there any way to like how many voices are we talking about? Like,
give me a perception check.
All right.
Just roll lower than your stat.
That is lower than my stat. I have 14.
It is. You have 14%. You have really good perception.
Yeah.
It seems to be about maybe 6 of them.
All right. So I guess if we like glance inside the cave, do we see anything, or is it like too far in?
Yeah, too far in. Darkness.
Yeah, I guess we start heading in, but a bit carefully.
You start heading in, and you notice something strange. The dirt flooring, after only like 20 feet in, like right where the natural light can't quite reach anymore because the roof just juts out a little bit too far, and if you hit this pitch blackness, and you take your first step into that darkness, you feel the ground shift. It changes from dirt to stone flooring drastically. We keep going. Now you have some kind of infravision, right?
Infravision?
Yeah, if I recall right, that's a half elf.
Do I? I have that not
Did
written anything
we
like that.
roll
down.
that you didn't have that?
I don't think we mentioned that at all.
Let me see. I know a lot of things have infravision. Now, 2e doesn't really do dark vision the way that 5e does. It does infravision, which makes it possible to see moving. Basically, you can see it's more similar to heat vision than it is to dark vision.
Yeah.
And it's mostly about spotting things that move and spotting things that emit low levels of light and functioning at low. It does nothing in pitch darkness, but in very, very low light, it gives better vision.
I'm very confident we never brought that up.
Let me just double check half elves. I just remember that you are a half-elf, so there is a chance, I guess. I don't remember how they work. Here we got the half-elf page. Ooh, you do have some special elf abilities. I don't think I actually went over with you though.
Okay, semi-character creation
Yes,
mid-session.
let's do a little bit of semi-character creation. Half-elves have 30% resistance to all spells that have a sleep or a charm effect. Meaning that if you get hit by those, you roll a d100, and if you roll 30 or below, you are immune.
Okay, just is there anywhere I can find this on Purple Worm so you don't have to read it out loud to me, so I can actually read it?
It is, if you just go in the PHB, Chapter 2, Half-Elves.
Chapter 2, yeah. Half-Elves, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
The text block continues, and then all the way down you start seeing half-elves have 30% resistance, and from that sentence onwards is special abilities. I will read them out anyway, though, just so that if there's anyone in the audience, they can get it.
Yeah.
Half-elven infravision enables them to see up to 30 feet in darkness. But again, infravision is slightly different. If it's pitch darkness, it doesn't work. It needs to be light, very, very small light, then it's fine. And it's mostly good for seeing things that move or things that are alive. And then it says, secret or concealed doors are difficult to hide from half-elves, just as they are from regular elves. Merely passing within 10 feet of a concealed door, one hidden by obstructing curtains, etc., gives the half-elves a 1 in 6 chance, roll a 1 and a 1d6 on spotting it. If the character is actively seeking to discover hidden doors, he has a 1 in 3 chance, roll a 1 or 2 on a 1d6, of spotting a secret door. One constructed to be undetectable. And a 1 in 2 chance, roll a 1, 2, or 3 on a 1d6, of locating a concealed door. Okay.
Okay.
So you have a passive 1 in 6 of concealed, an active 1 in 2 on a concealed, and an active 1 in 3 on a actually hidden, undetectable door.
Yeah.
Those are your things. Now, why do elves in second editions have spot secret doors as their racial ability? I don't know, but they do.
Why they have the spot door thing?
Yeah, they have magical door seeing.
Just built different, I guess.
It's built different. Governor General Door never had a chance. Okay, I thought I remembered something like that. Cool. Great. Well done.
Alright, so that's my racial abilities that we definitely had from the beginning.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. They're basically the elven racial abilities, but like halved and worse.
Yeah.
That's kind of how they function. Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Amazing. You start heading in here. Now, with your infravision, you spot that about maybe 60 feet ahead, there are some creatures who are hiding behind rocks in here, who are sort of peeking out every now and then, trying to get a glance at you. As you stand with light behind you, your shadow's obvious against the giant light source in your back.
Yeah. Let's see here. Entang, how wide is this?
Entangle requires grasses and plants where you cast
Oh
them.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Never mind then. I'm not gonna be able to use Entangle.
Stone
regardless.
floor here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna ask how wide this tunnel is, but I guess that's a question regardless. How wide is it?
Maybe 20 feet at the widest, right by the entrance, and then it narrows down to about 10 feet where the stone flooring starts. And then it continues on as a 10-foot tunnel.
I guess in that case, when I see them, I'm gonna like whisper to my companions like, hostiles there and there, and how many I see.
Mm-hmm.
How many do I see?
You see 2.
Okay, so 1 on each place.
Yeah, and they're about 60 foot ahead of you.
Hmm.
Lepus whispers back, "What's the plan? Just rush in and kill him? Is that the plan?"
I mean, if we're gonna save Diedrich, I don't really know what else we can do right now. Maybe
Okay.
smoke him out, but that's probably gonna be worse for Diedrich than them.
All right. You don't think maybe we should have a torch? Like, they can see us anyway.
I mean, if you have a torch on you.
You don't? Okay. He looks over to...
I did not bring my backpack.
He looks over to Corin. Corin shrugs. Looks over to him, shrugs as well. Seems like a bad one, actually. I was in the same mindset as you. Didn't bring any. It's morning, after all. Is it really
Well,
clever?
at least we know Diedrich is alive.
Yeah, I heard him scream. But he came from much lower than the others, and it sounded muffled to me.
So, just question: how well do you two see right now? I'm gonna ask them.
Not at all. Not in there. I can see outwards, backwards. Corin nods.
Yeah, that's probably a problem if we do indeed end up fighting.
Yeah. Kobolds see better in the dark than we do, at least, I imagine. If they live in there.
It's like I should have prepared a light spell, but like so how like far away did we go here?
You are currently about 20 foot into the tunnel, which is where the dirt becomes...
I mean, like, how far away did we go from our camp?
Oh, like 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
Okay, then might be a bit too far to just run back and go get something.
And then Corin will turn back up and say, Why is there proper flooring in here? Yes, on some hill, out in the grasslands.
Wait, is it actually like proper? I thought it was just like stone cave.
No, it's the stone flooring. It's not like rock. It is well curated stone. It is as if you're inside of a fort. The flooring. The walls still look dirty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just respond to that with like, that is a good question.
Lepus will pipe up and say, maybe we gather some grasses, right? They're real dry out here, and we take here, and he sort of brings out a little bottle that he has. I use this for well, sometimes if I have some medication I pick up, I have this bottle to store it in. I always pack it on me. Maybe we can use it to set some fire to some grasses, build a little fire to have behind us as we rush in. Maybe scare them a bit.
I guess we can do that. Sure.
Right, Corin, you start gathering grasses. She nods and heads off.
Yeah. So I guess we head out a bit.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep track into the cave, so in case like there's movement.
Yeah. You hear some skitters now and then, but nothing runs towards you.
Yeah.
As you keep looking in there, your eyes get used to it slowly over time. You start seeing some more details. As you know when you look at bright things, your eyes are worse, and then you stay in darkness longer, your infravision gets better and better, right? And you start noticing that the flooring here is definitely split up into like two parts at one point. Like the kobolds are definitely still at like that 60 foot in past where the stone floor starts. But somewhere in the middle there's just this long wooden plank that is just laid out on the middle of the floor, and then it continues on towards those kobolds.
Wait, what did you say? Long
A long wooden
wooden-
plank that seems to be laying in the middle of the
just
floor.
plank. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I guess we just do the thing more or less, right? We gather some grass.
Yeah. Lepus
And,
puts some fire on them. There's a bigger pile that you set. Corin then, after Lepus has put some fire to some of them, he tosses them into the pile. It burns fast, so he says, "Okay, we gotta go now."
Yeah, and we go. I guess
You rush in.
I take. Yeah.
The light
I
fills
charge.
up the tunnel a little bit. You see the two kobolds more clearly. You rush forward. Is it just gung-ho, roll initiative, rush the kobolds?
More or less. I mean, communications have already failed, and we might be on a timer to save our companion.
Yes. There's an order of events here.
So,
Let's begin with a 1d6.
it's as if I see a door.
Don't worry about it. Then I want a dex check.
Which is a d20 question mark?
Yes, roll lower than your dex.
Oh my fucking god, 19.
Yep,
Again.
both of your companions have also failed. You run towards the kobolds. When you get to that plank, and you run on the side of it, and suddenly the floor swings open underneath all of you, and you fall. All three, down into darkness.
Yikes.
Roll me a d6.
Second death, let's go. Come on, let's go.
You take 5 damage.
I'm at 1 HP.
Corin, roll me a Corin d6.
Uh,
Corin is unconscious.
Uh-oh.
Roll me a Lepus d6. Lepus is bleeding out.
When you say bleeding out, as in like he's not
He
down,
looks
but
halfway to death.
Okay.
And is also unconscious. You see...
Oh, he's also unconscious, okay.
Yes, we will change the music here, because scenes have changed quite a bit.
Uh-oh. So I have like half broken legs almost, but still alive, still conscious. I guess.
Yep, you are barely conscious.
So I guess when I see the other two passed out, I'll do like a quick assessment who looks worse.
Corin looks like she's just unconscious. She's probably at exactly 0 HP and will become conscious again once she has rested enough to regain 1 HP.
Okay. So Lepus looks worse.
Yeah. No, sorry, that was Corin. Lepus looks like he's 5 minutes out from death.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe 6 at best.
So in that case, I'll as soon as I'm able to, I'll cast a Cure Light Wounds on Lepus.
Yep. Do it.
It's a D8. 4.
He is still bleeding. Much less so, but he is still bleeding out.
In that case, I'll cast another one.
Yep, we cast another one.
5.
5. Lepus is at full HP. You heal him up, and he stands up. Oh, my head. I felt like I... What happened? Where are we?
Yeah, where are we? Do we see any, like, what is happening, or like what kind of place is this? Are we just in a hole, or is it?
You look around. You are not just in a hole. You are on a stone floor in what looks like some kind of library. On the floor is also Diedrich, who looks fine. He is looking over you guys and goes, "Oh, why are you guys here? I thought you'd get a rope down here or something if you came. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no." And it is at this moment that the roof sort of like swings up again, and it is now pitch dark in here. Only you see slight amounts from the what goes through the boards of the opening up above.
So you said a library, so we're not like in a pit or anything?
Nope.
It's...
You're in a room.
Okay. Well, I'll as we like see Diedrich, like, I guess I'll just like, so, were you bait?
I think maybe, I don't know. I was taking a piss in the morning and I got lassoed by like 3 of them, and they dragged me all the way here. They didn't even hurt me. They tossed ropes around me and dragged me here, and I yelled, but no one woke up. You were distracted, and then they got here. They pulled me all the way up this hill, and then they just tossed me in some pit. I fell. It hurt, but I'm fine.
Well, good news is all of us are alive. Bad news is Corin is out of commission. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, and there's still kobolds above us.
Yeah.
And I have some more bad news.
Uh-huh.
It's not all the time. And it hasn't been that close, but I think over in that direction there's an opening in the wall. Some sort of tunnel out of here, at least out of this room. But I found it when I've touched around on the walls. But whenever I do, and I get too close, I hear rattling over there. It doesn't sound natural.
Rattling as in chains, or
as in the clattering of bone.
Huh. Well, that's not good.
No, I told you it was some bad news. Well, what do we do?
I would like to go over there where he meant and just like see what it is.
Your eyes slowly adjust to this room, better and better, and you start to be able to at least see like an arm or two ahead of you. Even though but it is so dark in here that your infravision is strained here.
Yeah.
And as you get closer, you notice that there is definitely a way out of here. But as you get close, you also hear from far away clatter, 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 clatter. Footsteps. Hard against the rock. Harder than a foot would normally be.
So I guess, but this like, what when you're saying way out of here, what is this? Like, is this an opening? Is it a door?
Look,
or...
maybe it's a way deeper down. Who do you know? But it's out of this room at least. You know, it's an exit.
Yeah,
this room.
but like as I said, like, is it a door or is it like just?
It's just an open hallway. Opening? Open hallway.
Okay.
Like a square hole in the wall that you can just continue on through.
Okay. I guess I'll look around, like try to feel around. Just feel around the walls.
Yeah. You start feeling around
try to
the
find
walls.
if there's anything else.
Mm-hmm. I'll draw it for you. Let's do away with this first. Let's do a little rudimentary map here. This is the room you found yourself in. There's one exit out from the room. This is where you all landed, right in the middle. Along the walls, there are bookshelves. And as you feel your way around some more, you also start finding some corpses. Other people who have fallen down here, maybe died right away. Others huddled around the corners, seemingly starved to death. Sitting in here. The clothes still around, They're either rotting bodies or just skeletons at this point. And it is then that you find something that sticks out in your eye. There's something shining underneath one of the coats, just barely peeking out at the bottom. Something that sheds off just a little bit of light.
Yeah, I mean, I'll investigate what exactly it is.
Mm-hmm. You get closer to it, and you find an orb. A glass orb. Inside of it, swirling energy.
Like, do I have any idea what kind of like general type of object this is? Is there anything I recognize?
It seems like some kind of powerful item, given the energy that's swirling around in it. It sheds off about 10 foot of dim light around you.
If I try to touch it, or reach closer to it.
Yeah.
What do I feel?
You reach closer to it and you give it a touch.
I don't touch it immediately.
I
just try to reach closer first.
You reach closer and
feel
closer.
Feel the air.
Yeah, you don't feel any difference in the air at all. But if you move the coat away from it, now suddenly the room is much more visible than it was before.
All right. I guess I'll try to just touch it a little bit with the tip of the flat end of my dagger.
Yeah, you poke it with the flat end of your dagger. You hear a ding, like you touched any glass ball at all.
No reaction or anything.
Nope.
I'll try to just touch it with my finger, just a quick tap.
Could you show me how you reach out to it?
Basically, just I had my hand close to it, so I'll basically just
Yeah. So you have your right hand. You were right-handed, right? So you have your right hand on your sword, on the hilt, and then you reach out the left.
I've sheathed my sword.
Okay.
I just had my dagger. I guess I probably dropped the sword in the fall, and then.
Oh, yeah, you pick it up again after a while.
Yeah.
Everything is down here with you. You didn't lose anything upstairs, at least, or up hole.
Yeah.
I was trying to make sense of some things here. So you have your dagger in your hand. So that's in your offhand then.
I probably had that in my right hand, but then I took it up, but then I put it away again.
Okay, so you reach out with your right hand. You touch the thing. And as you touch it with your right hand, you feel a tingle in your left.
What kind of tingle do you mean?
Just a sensation of force in your left.
I do the same thing again, tap it a little bit again.
Yeah, every time that your right hand touches the orb, your left hand tingles with this force sensation.
I try to touch it with my left hand in the same way.
And then you feel a sensation in your right.
I try to instead of tapping, I try to hold the finger a little bit. For a second or something.
Yeah, you hold it, and the sensation remains as long as you're holding it, and then you put it down again, and it goes away.
I'll actually try to try to pick it up and hold it.
You pick it up. Which of the hands?
Left this time.
You hold it with your left hand. You're holding it properly, and your right hand, as you move it, you sense this force falling along your right hand.
I'm kind of perplexed about it, but it doesn't seem harmful. So for now, I'm holding on to it.
Yep.
If anything else, it's a light source, right?
Yeah, it is a light source.
So for now, I'm just gonna kind of use it as a flashlight and use it to check the room properly.
Yep. You carry it around, use it to check the room. What do you do as you check it? You see all these bookshelves, all these dead adventurers.
Yeah, first of all, you check the walls, right? And then, eventually, if there's nothing of note, probably grab a book just to see what
Yeah.
What kind of library is this?
As you check the walls, that sounds to me like you're trying to find secret exits. So
Yeah. If there
roll
is some kind
me.
of other
That's
way
it. That sounds like we're making an active secret door check. So roll me a d6.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will
6.
not tell you boo or ba. That is the worst possible roll.
Oh, is it?
Yes. They go. It said roll a 1, 2, or 3 on the 50%
Yeah.
chance. It said,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it! I thought that was good.
Stupid 2e and its occasional low rolling.
God damn it.
Then you pick up a book. And as you do, you notice that you cannot lift this book. It is far too heavy.
Is there anything written on like the back of them, like on the short end, whatever you call it?
Yeah, you start reading a bit, and you notice that it is written in a very old kind of Chaldean, from way, way back. It's
I meant just like on the short, the back of it, so like where there's usually like a title and nothing else.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the title is written in Old Chaldean, which
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can pick up a little bit of. It's something about life, but the other words perplex you.
And are like all the books like this? It is like more or less the same.
That they're on that same topic.
Well, that and like too heavy to lift and all that stuff.
They are too heavy to lift. Whatever you try to pick up right now, you pick up a book, it's too heavy to lift. And then you look over and they seem to be some are about history, some are about undead creatures, some are about life, maybe manipulation comes in.
Okay, yeah, so basically necromancy is what I'm getting.
That seems
the vibe.
that seems a solid guess at this point.
I try to if I were to like put the orb in my pocket, does the feeling go away?
Yes, it does go away.
I'm just gonna try to lift the book after
It feels
that.
perfectly normal.
Okay, so it did have something to do with that.
Yeah.
So then, if I'm trying to pick up a book now, like and I open it,
Yep.
is it just a regular book or is
It's a regular book. It has a whole bunch of images of anatomy, of where to cut to find certain body parts, of descriptions of magical writing that you don't understand.
So I guess I'll try. I'll put the book back. I'll pick up the orb again, and I'll try to draw my dagger. Just a check.
Right, so you pick up the orb again in your left hand, you take your right hand, you try to draw your dagger.
Yeah.
As you touch your dagger, it rips through your pants and falls to the floor where it gets stuck.
So it got super heavy.
Super heavy.
I guess I'll probably just drop it like let go out of just like because it just became too heavy.
It starts ripping through, you let go and it stops instantly. Halfway
when you say my
falling.
pants, do you mean the sheet? The sheet.
Sure, it started ripping through the sheath, we'll say, and as you let go, it like stops again, and now it's dangling. Some of its blade ripped through the sheath.
As I like notice that, I'm just gonna kind of at that. That's interesting. But I don't know what to make of that really.
Lepus comes over to you at this moment and goes, Lucius, what is happening? You seem to be perplexed with this illuminating object. What is that?
I'm not quite sure, but it seems that when I hold it, whatever I touch with my other hand becomes super heavy.
Huh. Could I give it a try?
Sure.
He reaches out his right hand. He takes
Just be careful what you're trying to hold.
Right. He's holding it in his hand, and he goes over and he touches one of the books, and it starts floating up into the air. I don't think it's doing the same thing for me as it did for you.
Wait, what hand is he holding it in?
He's holding it in his right. He's touching with his left.
Huh. Wait, I like just like take it back and take it
Yeah.
with my right hand.
Yeah.
Does the book just fall to the ground?
Yep.
I guess.
It just falls to the ground.
Yeah.
In fact,
And
it
I'm
started falling the moment he let go of it.
Okay. I'm gonna try the same with the book.
Yep. You notice that when you hold it in your right, your left is a hand of lightweight and even floating. And when you hold it in your left, your right hand is a hand of extreme weight.
Yeah. Interesting. So I tried to just like touch Lepus for a little bit.
He starts
Like
going,
his skin.
"What do you do? Ah! Ah! Ah!" He's just floating upwards.
Yeah, I just do it like very brief. Like as soon as his
Yeah.
feet leave the ground, I'm gonna like let go,
Yeah.
so he doesn't
He rolls a dex check. He
I mean,
fails
we're
it.
talking about
He falls on his butt. He goes, "Ah! Hey, what was that about?"
Sorry, just testing. So I guess we can use that on other people. I suppose this might be a way out if we could somehow get up and then get through the whatever lid is up there.
Potentially.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try like just to test, like grab my own arm,
You start floating.
and I'll let go as soon as my feet leave the ground.
Yeah. You fall back
Physically.
down. You were ready for it, so you don't need to save for it. You stand up. It's fine.
I feel like the distance we're talking about, like this kind of distance.
I know,
like that doesn't
but
require
have
that-
you never tripped over like the door frame at the bottom? Like,
I mean, sure.
it's about surprise, not about distance.
Sure.
Lepus wasn't ready for it. You were ready for it.
Sure. Yeah. I'm gonna say like, Lepus, hold the orb with me.
All right. He holds it with you.
Say with his right arm, with your right arm.
Oh, with my right, absolutely.
Grab me, and I'll grab him.
You start floating up together.
Okay, yeah. I'll say as soon as we do that, I'll say let go.
Yeah, let's go. This is the application of this could be immense. This is something powerful you found here.
Indeed, and surprised it was just laying around here.
He looks over. It was. Well, perhaps it was the possession of one of these dead adventurers.
Most likely.
Or maybe whoever built this place. And who did?
Well, based on our surroundings, like these corpses, right? They're not. What kind of like state are they? Have they been like decimated, or have they actually just like rotted with time?
Most of them looked like they've died from fall damage.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
Some look like they've starved to death in the corners. And they're all quite old. Some of them still have some flesh rotting on them, but most are skeletal at this point.
I'm gonna say like, well, the good news here is that we're probably not in a time crunch to get out of here. It doesn't seem like anything will come for us.
I don't know about you, but I did leave our food at the camp.
That is a problem indeed, so we can't stay here for very long, but we can probably at least take a breather, because as I said before, I got focused on the investigation, but I'm in a lot of pain still.
Yeah, no, I get that.
To sit, and Corin is unconscious. I think I'll take a breather at least.
Yeah.
And when we potentially have a way out of here.
Yeah, I agree. Diedrich is sitting there looking over Corin. Yeah, let's take
Actually,
a breather.
before we do that,
Yep.
just one more experiment. So, Lepus, if you could like pick up Diedrich,
Right.
I'm just gonna levitate you and see if it affects, if it can, if you can bring Diedrich with you.
And you test this
So
out. And it works.
Yeah, it works.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Diedrich does not seem to get lighter, but the levitational force is strong enough on Lepus that if he can lift Diedrich, he can carry him with him.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
It is a slow rise. Anything you levitate with this thing rises at about maybe like a meter a minute, you know? Like it is a very slow rise up. But very steady.
Yeah. Right. I'll sit down like okay, so while we're just waiting here, I have a bit of an idea. So if we all essentially three of us like chain levitate each other while also one person is sitting on someone else's shoulders or something, and we levitate up to the hatch up there, and the fourth person uses the other type of the weight touch and then touches the hatch, then the hatch will probably be heavy enough to just collapse, and then we can just float up.
That makes sense. When I fell, it felt like some kind of carpet to me, some kind of stone-looking carpet. If we touch it, it should just fall down the hole with us.
Right. Well, obviously we don't want to fall down. Yeah, past us. So
that would be the ideal. Now I see it, says Lepus. That's clever.
Yeah. So once I'm maybe in a little bit less pain and maybe Corin has woken up, we can maybe start planning this out.
That makes sense.
By the way, Il, Corin being like unconscious, will this require like an entire like long rest for her to wake up?
You don't normally, yeah. I mean, it would take about a night of sleep. It would take about 8 hours or so for someone unconscious to wake up normally.
Yeah. So I guess we probably just kind of wait around for quite a while in that case.
Yep. Great.
Again, we don't have water is the main issue anyways. Like we can't stay here for like, we could stay here like at most 1 day or something.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be hungry as fuck. But
8 hours is probably not a problem. If you're just waiting for Corin to wake up and then you try to get out, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
You won't necessarily take any stat debuffs from that. The amount of 20s I've rolled today, man. If I was playing 5e, oof, you'd be in so much trouble.
Dude, I genuinely feel like my like high rolls and low rolls are like pretty balanced. But I always roll the high rolls when I want to roll low, and I always roll the low rolls when I want to roll high. So.
This is what we call 2e sentient dice theory. It doesn't matter what range is the good range; they will dodge it. It is. I know there was a big campaign where this guy called Nick has terrible rolls, and he had to roll a lot of D100s in that campaign because he was a wizard using teleport. And he would always define his range himself. He said, okay, I have a 5% chance of failure. I will roll anything except 43 to 48, okay? If I roll those, I fail. And the amount of times he failed doing that shit was just amazing. Nice. There was even one time when they just couldn't roll. There was a 1% chance of failure on some time warping spell. It's like a 7th level cleric spell they were casting. And the DM basically said, name any number and then don't roll it. Bro said 77, insta rolled 77.
Nice. Of course.
And practically died because of that. So, like, it's crazy. The dice know. The dice always know.
They know. All right. So as we're sitting around, basically doing nothing for
Yep.
just chilling for 8 hours,
Yeah.
does anything happen? Like, is there anything, any sounds, any movement from up ahead or from
Yeah.
above us?
I've been
Or...
trying to visualize this in my head for a while. Mostly you hear goblin speak from up above every now and then.
You mean kobold speak?
Kobold speak, right? Sorry. The languages are related. Like Danish and Norwegian.
Ew.
The kobolds, of course, the Norwegians. The goblins, the Danes.
Of course.
Very clearly. But other than that, there's not a lot. Whenever you go close to that exit from the room, you can hear skeletal rattling, but it doesn't ever seem to get closer to you on purpose or run in here, you know?
Yeah, I'm not actually like moving. I'm literally just sitting on the ground because I
Yep.
am hurt and tired.
Yep.
Like I'm at 1 HP.
Yep.
So
No, I know.
I'm very hurt.
I know. I'm very aware.
That rest made a very big difference. Because
did.
if I had gone down, I wouldn't have been able to heal up Lepus.
And Lepus would have
And
died.
he would have died.
He would have died. He was at -5. So
Mm-hmm.
he was in bad shape.
What's his
Very-
max HP? Is it 4?
Brother has 1.
In total?
Lepus rolled 1 HP.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, Diedrich has 4, Corin has 4.
Okay.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
tough.
that makes sense why Lepus is described as sickly.
He
That
is
makes
very
sense.
sickly. Brother has 4 constitution. So he was going
my
to have
God.
1 HP if he rolled a 1, 2, or a 3, but he did roll a 1. So
Oh my god.
he is a sickly old man who still has the highest strength in the party. With 12, which is not that great, but it's better than most people.
Hmm.
Alright. You sit around for 8 hours. Eventually Corin comes to. You wait a long time.
As she like when she's like conscious enough to know
Mm-hmm.
that she's alive, will describe what happened and what
Yeah.
what the plan is.
I want one more thing from you. I want you to add this magical item to your character sheet, and I want you to name it.
Sure. I'm gonna name it the Orb of Up and Down.
Cool. Great.
How much does the orb itself weigh?
The orb itself is functionally weightless.
Okay.
It feels much lighter than it should.
Okay.
Make it easy. It is about the size of an apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down.
Yeah. The
Right hand is the one that gives up powers, right?
if you hold it in the right hand, the left gives up powers. So the way that I conceptualize this is that I think of the hand that does the effect, not the hand you hold it in, right?
Yeah.
So left hand, low weight, left low. Right hand, höger hand, high weight, höger high.
Yeah.
That was my left to höger, left to höger. That was my conceptualization.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
There we go.
Excellent. Well done. Corin comes to when you explain the situation. She seems shaken, but nods. So, you're telling me that you're going to hold hands, and we're gonna float up there magically, and then I'm gonna touch the orb with my left and the roof with my right, and it's gonna fall, and then we're gonna run away.
More or less, yeah. I'm thinking you sit on either you or Diedrich sits on Lepus' shoulders when we do this.
Right. No, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So And holding, I don't think we less holding hands, more that we hold the orb together and then touch each other.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, details.
Okay. Yeah, no. I get it. Let's try it.
Let's do it. So we'll try to position ourselves so we are on the side, like not right below the hatch as best as we can.
Mm-hmm.
But even if we're not perfectly positioned, hopefully Corin will be light enough for Corin to be able to use the roof to position us better once it's within reach.
Great.
And also we'll try to wait until we don't hear commotion upstairs, so that it's there probably aren't any kobolds there.
Yep. You wait around for a bit more, another 1-2 hours, before you're pretty confident that there's no kobolds right now. And you start going. Corin climbs up on Leaper's shoulders.
Yeah. All of us hold the orb together with our right hands.
Yeah.
And then we hold each other's arms to the left.
Yeah, Corin sneaks in her left, holds the right hand upwards. I assume that during this hour to 2, you've all been testing around a little bit with it, so that you all are sort of comfortable with timing and how it feels and stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you start floating up, slowly. Again, at about a meter a minute, or a yard
it's probably best that Corin doesn't touch it until we're actually at the roof.
Yeah. You tell her that, so let's go again.
As I said, she can hopefully position us.
Yeah, you tell her that, she goes, I'm sorry. And she lets go again. You float up. It takes you about 3 minutes, maybe 4, to float all the way up there. It was a 15-foot fall. And as you get there...
15 foot?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're floating very slowly then.
Yeah, as I keep saying, it's about a yard a minute.
Oh, a yard per minute? Okay, that is very slow.
It's a very slow ascent. It is a slow levitation upwards.
Yeah.
So that is about a yard per combat round, if you put it that way, because they're a minute long.
Yeah.
You see Corin reach up and touch and feel it's some kind of tarp. Maybe we should be... She grabs onto the rock. I'm gonna try something, and she pulls the floaty mess of you guys to the side. And you all scuffle sideways a little bit. She goes, I think I can manipulate us while we're floating upwards and hold off a bit. I notice you're still pushing against, but if I push my hand against the roof, I can push down again, and it works pretty fine. Okay, I think we're not gonna get the tarp falling on us now. And she reaches her hand down, the left, reaches up with her right, and she touches it. And you hear a whoop as this big tarp just flushes past you guys. Loudly. Pow! You know when, a heavy, flat thing hits ground and all the air escapes at once? It's like a loud noise.
Yeah.
And it's really loud because this thing was really heavy now. And then she lets go, pushes you to the side.
Although will it... just question, won't it be not that heavy anymore once it actually hits
when it actually hits, it won't be, but it catches speed while it's heavy, right?
Yeah.
So it does fall really fast.
Yeah.
And then you guys start floating up again. She grabs onto the ledge, pushes off herself, gets off, and eventually she can pull in all of you while you're floating. Pull you to the side until your feet are above the ground. And it goes, okay, you should be good now. And you start hearing...
I'm just as soon as our feet are on the ground, I'm just gonna say book it and start running out.
Yeah, you start running out.
Full speed.
You give a quick look back. You see some kobolds that run after on this plank. There was a cross. They run across this plank. And then they start chasing. But as soon as you get outside, they stop at the cave exit and they just look as you run down the hill. Wow. Eventually.
Yeah, Lucius is glancing back occasionally, but mostly he's just booking it full speed, not caring what's behind him.
You book it. You made it out alive.
I'm still holding the orb. Everyone else is obviously let go.
Yeah, great. You have made it out alive. Congratulations.
Poggers. So we
Poggers.
make it back to camp, I guess.
You make it back to camp.
When we get back to camp, has anything happened to camp? Because we did leave some stuff back there.
Let's roll for it, shall we?
Sure.
Do you want to roll?
Sure. What do I roll?
Roll me a D100.
Actually, a D100. Okay.
Yeah, low is good.
64 is not good. That good.
You notice that about a third of your food supply has been eaten through by wild animals.
Okay.
You'll need to buy more in Ventus.
But nothing else. Like no big valuables are gone.
No one's been stolen anything. I would only have done that if you rolled 90 or above. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, as soon as we're back at camp, I'm just gonna like sit down on the ground and just put down the orb and just like breathe very heavily from exhaustion and just like because I'm probably like very lighthearted. I've been booking it at the speed for quite a while now at 1 HP.
Yep.
I'm like probably on the verge of passing out.
Your legs hurt so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lipa suggested you rest one more night here. Maybe put up stronger parameters this time. Never go peeing alone.
Sounds like a plan, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna let's see. Actually, how is Diedrich? How is he like physically?
He is the best physically in the party, except I mean, Lepus is a full HP, but his full HP is 1, so
yeah, okay.
Diedrich is like I'll put it back. He's at 2 HP. He's feeling okay.
Okay, yeah. In that case, I'm probably gonna do the same, planning for the same spells. Cure Light Wound. One Cure Light Wound for me and one for Corin should be enough for tomorrow. First aid, unless I roll super low for myself, but even then it should be acceptable.
Yeah. You go to bed first then?
Probably, yeah. We'll try to do the same thing. Although I think this time, is it possible for me to keep watch and then once everyone else has woken up, I do my morning ritual, or do I have to do that like immediately after waking up?
You do it within an hour after waking up.
Okay, so then I do have to do it during my watch.
Yes. If you don't want to do that, you could take first watch instead.
Yeah, in that case, I probably take first watch tonight.
Yep. That should probably be the standard then.
Yeah.
Great. You take first watch. Roll me a perception check.
It's kind of scary because, I mean, the kobolds did come to this place, but they didn't actually come to camp, so we should be good, hopefully.
Yeah, unless the manticore is here.
Yeah, 13. That is lower. I have 14.
You pass. Excellent.
Oh my god, I passed the check.
That is also like the second best roll you can make. That's like the functional rolling at 19 in 5e, right?
Yeah.
You want to get as close as possible, so... Excellent.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, holy shit. All your teammates have also passed their perception checks, actually.
Let's go.
I rolled... I don't know what is weird. My rolls are funny today. I rolled 3 6s in a row. So, on their perception checks, and they have 9, 8, and 11 perception. So, those are all passes.
By the way, just since Corin woke up from being passed out by just waiting, is she back at 1 HP, or is she still...
She is functionally 1 HP, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She basically had a full night's sleep while unconscious.
Yeah.
But she's exhausted enough that she can definitely sleep again now. Like, this
yeah,
was not
for sure.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, passed out sleep is not normal sleep.
No. Well, morning comes. No one has spotted anything over the night.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do, I guess I heal 1 normal HP, right?
Yes, you all heal 1 HP normally. So Lepus is fine, Diedrich goes to 3, and Corin goes to 2.
Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Great.
It's mainly focused on my legs, just like flavor-wise, because my legs are the most hurting.
By the way, I want to say something about healing 1 HP from rest. You could not have done that in that dungeon. Because the stone floor would have been too uncomfortable, you would have been too hurt.
Sure.
The sleep would not have been high quality. But once you got back to your tents, you can get a high quality sleep. Just so that you don't start thinking that any sleep is healing sleep. It has to be high quality.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
I only heal for 1. That is very bad.
There are ways... I'll teach you a little bit more about natural healing in this game. There are ways to heal more in a day. Mostly... I'm sorry for any viewers who keep getting my Discord notification sound right now. That is sumo wrestler people who want to talk to me about sumo wrestling things.
Put your Discord on soundless.
I should do that for next time. I don't usually get DM'd this much. Anyway. If you have full bed rest a whole day, you don't do anything for a full day, you heal an additional HP per day. So you can heal up to 2 that way. If you also have a doctor's attention looking over you, that is another additional HP per day. So 1 normally from good sleep, 1 from full bed rest, and 1 from doctor's attention.
Okay.
Great.
Since my first roll was so bad, I'm actually gonna like... I guess Corin does have lower HP than me, but percentage-wise, she's like half HP.
Yep.
Whereas I'm less than half, so I'm actually gonna be selfish and use just 2 Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Yeah, no, she understands.
Because one was really bad.
Yeah.
Okay, 4. Okay, I'm back to full HP now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly full HP. 7.
Exactly full HP. Great.
Okay, so once again, I only have Entangled, but as long as we stay on the road with the tall grass, it should be usable.
Yes. Let me just take up my calendar and write down what happened day by day here.
Yeah. Okay, so essentially, we got a delay in our journey by 1 day, but luckily everyone made it out alive. Bruised, but nothing major, nothing permanent. Lucius considers this at least a bit of a win.
Yeah, total win.
But, you know.
And you got a really cool magical item.
That is true. We did get something out of this whole ordeal.
Yeah. Oh, I've lost my prep. I scroll around my prep book and I lost a page for Lucius 2. There we go. There's Lucius 2. Excellent. You continue on. Let's roll. Yeah, that's fine. The rest of the travel to Ventus goes smoothly. Smoothly enough, at least. You...
By the way, just a question. Along the road, have there been like places to like refill on water and stuff?
There is this creek that is running from Valles down towards Ventus. It's not big enough to be on the map, but there is a consistent creek that runs along this road.
Yeah, so we can get passable drinking water.
Yeah. The main part where it was difficult was when the grasses were very tall. It was sort of hard to see the creek, right? Because it was inside the creek on the south side. Probably running around that hill you were at, right? And then as you get closer to Ventus, like towards the end of this next day of walking, you're basically in farmland and farmland and farmland and a bunch of outlying villages. And so you start seeing people every now and then. You see a bunch of like just fields. You see some cattle. There's a whole bunch, and the creek becomes more easily accessible.
All right.
Great.
So hopefully tonight we'll be able to maybe borrow a building at least to sleep in.
Yeah.
From some.
If you come up to a farmer, you're like, hey, can we sleep in your barn or something? You're a cleric.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, they allow that. Especially here, everyone is very loyal to Tengria. They see your insignias, your holy symbol. That you are more than welcome to any barn you would ask about.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that yet, but once evening gets closer.
Evening does get closer. You keep on walking. You have maybe half a day's walk left to Ventus when you realize that you kind of need to call it a day. You come up to some farmers. We can hand wave it if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Unless there's like anything particular, I don't think there's.
There's nothing too particular. Unless you decide to start murdering farmers, there's no problem here.
We're not gonna do that.
Great. Excellent. Well done. The next day, morning comes. You can take your spells. Congratulations. You finally have functional spell usage.
Yeah. Let's see here. Do I want to keep entangled or do I want to? Let's see. I'm gonna check one thing. That was. How does invisibility to animals work?
That is a cool spell. There's a lot of cool spells like that in 2e that do really niche specific stuff.
Okay. It's only one person that can be affected. So as we're traveling in a group of 4, it's probably not gonna be very useful for general travel.
Yep.
So I guess I'll keep the same lineup: Entangled and Cure Light Wound.
Yeah. At this point, I'd like you to roll me a d20 and don't worry about it.
Okay. 13.
Ooh, that's good.
When you're making that face, I am worrying about it.
Nah. You should do the opposite of worry about it. You nailed that check. Don't worry about it. It's great. You did so well. You did. As you travel on further, eventually, I say the word eventually so much. I keep catching myself using that word way too much.
It's a good word.
You get to Ventus.
What time of the day do we get there?
Afternoon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. As you arrive...
just a question, just a thing. Since we were bringing Corin to Ventus...
Yep.
Was there anything in particular that she wanted to go to Ventus, or was it just the city as a whole?
Well, what Morpha said when you were talking was that maybe you could take her to Ventus and through your good word have her accepted in the Temple of Tengria.
Right, yeah. I thought it was something like that.
Yes.
But...
She has not brought it up herself while traveling. She's just been kind of content going along, traveling here further with you. Hasn't really mentioned much about it. But you get to Ventus. This is a very spread out town. There's not so much of a distinct city center. There's no town square. There is an inn called the Fieldview Inn and Drink. It serves as a light tavern, but otherwise, it seems like whenever you look around, you see people sort of like hanging out in each other's homes more than just going to any specific tavern. This place has a lot of halflings in it. Maybe about 40% of the population is halflings here. The other 60% being mostly humans. Maybe there's like one dwarf and he hates it here. It's the worst thing. There's no, like the closest hill is really far away and there's kobolds living in it. Like, this shit sucks, you know, but it's mostly just halflings and humans. You see a lot of people on horseback as well. The lands here are pretty low, and while it's really tall grasses back west, all the way to the coast, it is pretty low grasslands. And so you have a lot of people who ride around on horses in this place, who hunt on horseback, just generally live their lives off of horseback, a little bit Mongolic in nature. You can see some tents all the way out that seem to be these almost yurt-looking tent structures that you can see far out on the field, where some people either have temporary homes or might live that year-round. This whole area is still pretty warm. It's not like they never get snow, but it's a special year, the years that they do, up here around Kagi and Valles and Ventus. This place is still Mediterranean by nature. Robur, for example, would be closer to Italy in a lot of ways. It gets a lot warmer a lot faster when you start getting towards the forest areas.
All right. So one thing. When I touched my dagger in the thing, you said it like kind of like ripped through the sheath a little bit.
Yeah,
or like
your sheath has a hole in the bottom.
Yeah. So I guess one thing I would probably want to try is just get that repaired if there's a leather worker in town.
You quickly find that
it's a low priority thing. Just
Yeah.
a thing you want to mention.
you ask around, you quickly find that most people here can do most jobs. This is a place where if you feel like being a farmer for a bit, you do that for a while, then maybe you decide to take an apprenticeship as a leather worker, you do that for 5-6 years, then maybe you get asked to help out your father on his farm, and you go back to a different kind of farming than before. People here, pitch in, fill roles, rotate, do whatever they feel like at the moment, a lot of ways.
Sure. I assume though there has to be a location for leatherworking because
there's a
tools
communal
and supplies.
station. There's a bit of a communal station you can use.
I'll
with.
go there. I guess and just I guess it's good you get it done early so we can pick it up.
You find someone there
I'll
who's
go there.
working on something, and when they see you coming and you explain the situation, he goes, Oh, father, I could never ask a traveling father of Tengria for payment such a thing. Please hand it over and I will assist you.
Well, that's very generous of you. Thank you very much.
Oh, no problem.
Hand over the sheath. I'll keep the dagger in like my belt. Just.
He keeps working on it as he talks to you. So, how are things around? What brings you out to the homelands?
Well, we are a group from the temple over in Kagium. We're currently on a pilgrimage to Robur, and we're passing through here partially for obvious reasons, and partially just because it's on the way.
Right. Oh, that's lovely. Well, there's no better place for a cleric of Tengria than out here in Ventus. Here we are as free as the wind. It is the town of the wind, after all.
That does sound very lovely.
Yes.
I give him like the most genuine smile I can.
Yeah. You surely must take your time to visit the temple and see Father Sirius and Father Burnt.
I'm gonna write that down real quick so I don't forget those names.
Yeah. Sirius and Burnt.
Yeah.
I spelled Burnt BERNTD, but you can do it as you want to.
Yeah, I did BRNT.
Excellent. You do come at a crucial time. I think you look quite young. Not much older than Father Burnt himself. A very young cleric out there who is, he's stepping into some big shoes. We've been quite worried for old Father Sirius recently. He's old and has fallen ill.
Oh? What type of illness are we talking about?
It's something that's been gripping a lot of people out here recently. It's quite unsightly. It starts in the chest, makes it difficult to breathe, and eventually, they get so short of breath that they die. The biggest problem is that many of those who die from this rise again. We've been burning the bodies.
Oh. I see. Well, so this sounds more like a curse than some kind of disease then. Is that what
it's possible,
assumed?
But the old father is too ill himself to look into it much. He was one of the first to contract it. He's been staving off of it with magic that he casts on himself to make sure that he can extend his life as much as possible, but he's been unable to put much energy and effort into investigating it. We've lost 4 men so far. Well, 4 people.
Is it contagious as well?
We don't know. We know that it started appearing at the end of summer. And then after that, well, it's been happening every now and then. It's not just the people either. We've had horses suffer similar fates.
I see. I'll just like, do this type of thing, like a thinking thing. Like, well, I will definitely have a conversation with them. I have some speculations. I can't even call it a theory just yet, but
right.
We'll
see. That would be wise. I find that very grateful. I'm very grateful that you would do such a thing. Thank you, Father.
Of course. I'm a cleric of Tengri after all. If Tengri's people are suffering, then it is my duty to help.
Why? It is wonderful that you see it that way. Please, I'll have this done by the time you get back. I'll put it over there in the shelves. And he points over. You can see that there's a whole bunch of just worker shelves where people take their farming equipment or whatever needs leatherworking, and they just kind of hang it up. And people who work here, they just kind of fix it during the day, hang it back, and then people come pick it up later.
Yeah. Oh, no need to rush. No need to prioritize me if you have other more important things. It is but a dagger sheath after all.
Oh, well, if I can kind of for your words.
We'll likely be here in town for at least. Well, if this whole thing happening, we'll likely be here for at least two days, probably longer.
Why? It will be lovely to have you. You're very welcome here. I'm sure that you'll be given board either in the temple or in the Fieldview Inn if you were to ask for it.
That is great to hear. Well done. We will be off to the temple. Thank you very much for your services and for explaining the situation around here.
No problem.
So as we start heading towards the temple, I'm gonna like turn towards Corin as we're walking.
Yeah.
So Corin, we're in Ventus. What do you want to do from here on?
I don't know. The world is wide, isn't it?
It is indeed.
I know Martha wanted me to stay here. Probably so you can check in on me once she's calmed down the tribe. I don't know, though. Do you think that's wise?
It's up to you. I can't really advise you one way or another before I know what it is you desire.
Right. That would be what you would say, wouldn't it? Cleric of freedom.
That is indeed the way of freedom.
Well.
If you want, you can come with us all the way to Robur. We'll have to, of course, stock up on a bit more food, but I don't think that should be an issue.
If we're staying here a few days, how about I give you an answer when you're about to leave? I need to think about it.
Of course. Think about it as long as you need.
Yep, she nods and comes with you.
Yeah. How do do the others two like react to this in any way? Like that I am offering this former bandit to keep traveling with us or anything?
Lepus sighs, but it's clearly at this point more of like, oh, these two, god damn it, rather than she's like a horrible person. Perhaps he's had a little bit of a growth to her after sleeping 2 nights and she's not stabbing you guys, you know? But he's still a bit annoyed about it. And Diedrich seems just like, whatever, fine, doesn't impact me. In fact, that's someone else who can die instead of me, you know? Like, that's probably great. That's fantastic.
Great. As we get to the temple, I guess.
Yep. You get to the temple. It is laid out in a beautiful garden that is in the shape of Tengria's symbol. You have the temple itself standing like this, and you have this illustrious, almost like botanical garden with a bunch of different kinds of growth that wouldn't be very common to find around here. And out front you have 3 statues. These big statues in the circular areas that would be in Tengria's thing. They depict a big, strong, powerful male presence that you would recognize as a common depiction of Ugedai, the aspect of chaos. You detect one feminine and one more neutral depictions on each of its sides that you would know to be Yam, the aspect of deception, and Tolui, the aspect of art.
Yeah. So the three lesser gods, more or less.
Right.
Not lesser.
Of course,
but,
it would be heathenous to say lesser, but the younger is a common phrase.
I can be a heathen out of character.
Yes, the younger gods.
Yeah.
Under Tengria. Ugedai, however, is often said to be the second aspect, so he would be the eighth god in age, if you put it that way. With Bylad being the first aspect, god of law.
Sure.
Great.
So yeah, I guess we just step in other people in the yard, or is it?
Yeah. There's people working every here and there. You see some acolytes working tending to the gardens, and you head inside. Do you ask for the fathers, or?
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll casually greet the people on the way, but not like start of conversation.
Yep.
So yeah, as I step inside, I would indeed request to meet either Father Sirius or Father Burnt.
Yeah. They bring you over to a kid slightly younger than yourself, maybe 15, who is dressed up much fancier than the other people here. And he comes over and goes, "Yes, I'm Father Burnt. How can I help you?"
Greetings, Father Burnt. My name is Lucius. I too am a cleric of Tengria. Me and my companions are currently on a pilgrimage from Cagium to Rober, and we're passing through here on the way, just to partially to pay our respects and partially just to enjoy the environment of Tengria and her people.
Right. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Welcome to the High Temple of Tengria here in Ventus. Father Sirius is rather ill at the moment. He is in the back if you would like to meet him.
Yes, I heard something from a local about this curse, maybe even
something
that causes
like it.
illnesses and then even undeath.
Yeah, we've been burning the bodies. It's been bad.
Just to clarify, Father Burnt, are you a cleric yourself, or are you merely a priest?
I am a cleric. I was blessed almost from birth, but I've lived my whole life here in the temple under the guidance of Father Sirius. I'm afraid I am rather inexperienced.
All right. Well, is the Father Sirius well enough to converse currently?
Yes, he is. He simply sits in his bed, leaned back, and is not well enough to freely move around, which has taken to his spirit somewhat.
I see. Well, in that case, I would appreciate you taking me to him. And after I say that, I'm gonna turn to the other three. Diedrich, Lepus, Corin, you three are free to do as you wish. You can come with me, or you can do something else while I attend to this matter.
Lepus says, "I didn't expect it any other way," and he turns around and sees you and walks away. The other two sort of look around, like you see Diedrich goes, I can help around. I help out in the temple in Cagium all the time. I'm an acolyte myself. Is there any work that I could do? I'll be happy to help out. And Burns says, "Oh yes, that'd be great. We're helping. We're repairing the yard out back. Why don't you come and join me? Would you like to come too?" And Corin sort of like goes along out of momentum. And there you are. You've been pointed out what direction to go. So
yeah,
I assume you head there.
Yeah. Burnt is not coming with me then. He's busy.
No,
or...
he started taking Diedrich away.
Okay. Well, I'll head in that direction then.
Okay.
I assume is there anyone like guarding the door when I get to the location, or is it just like a door?
It's just an open double door. You can just walk in.
Okay. I'll like knock. I'll knock on it and just stay outside. See if I get a response.
You hear it. Yes! Yes, who this be?
I'll enter and do a little quick nod, like bow in my head, like use like a courtesy thing. Greetings. I take it you are Father Sirius.
Yes, that is me, Father Sirius. You see this elderly man, maybe 55 years old, in a bed, coughing.
So many people would be upset that you're saying 55 is elderly.
I mean, by the mechanics.
Yeah, I get it.
It is elderly in the medieval times. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So many people trying to write to me.
I'll response to that. Greetings, my name is Lucius. I'm a fellow cleric of Tengria.
Welcome, boy, welcome.
I'll step in and like closer. I will be quite frank. I heard about this illness, or potentially curse.
Yes.
That's been spreading around.
Yes.
Is it contagious, or is it something that's happened individually? Do you know?
I've sent Burnt out to investigate, but the boy, he's not much for... Well, he doesn't have access to high circles yet. He's doing simple healing work still. I haven't been able to get much information back from him. I, however, have been looking into it somewhat. It's affecting the people, the horses, even some of the farm animals. It gets in the lungs. I notice when I breathe out, tiny particles, like dust, getting out of my mouth. It started up when a lady from out at she operated the water wheel house. She got ill and died a few weeks later. Rose up and killed her husband after she had passed. The village stormed her, and we were able to put her down. After all, a place like Ventus, surrounded by those who misuse authority, is well armed to defend itself. But after that, anyone who has been ill, we have been burning. It's been a tough couple of months. And when I contracted it myself, I've been bedbound. It's all I can do to keep myself alive for now.
Can I just, before we continue the roleplay, can I just check some things?
Yeah.
Because I am thinking like, I have a few, I don't have anything prepped, but I do have a few detection spells. So I'm gonna see if any of those would be useful in this situation, as well as this feels like a situation where holy water could be useful, and I do have holy water with me, but I need to double check what holy water actually does.
Yeah.
Where did we find holy water again?
On the Wikia. If you just
Right.
Google 2nd edition AD&D, Wiki holy water. Because it's from the complete priest handbook is where the rule was, which I don't know where in that book it would be.
Actually, complete right. I can actually find it. Complete priest handbook.
Yeah.
Equipment and combat, I think. Holy water, there. Holy water, the bane of vampires and many other monsters, is created in the following way. In the temple of God, the prediction. Oh, where?
Let's see here. It's in the PHP. This page. I'm looking up some stuff as well while you do that.
Oh, I just noticed you need to be 2nd level priest or higher to be able to participate in creating holy water.
Yep.
I could not make it if I wanted to. Doesn't actually say any like concrete effects that holy water has.
No, I think it's very much up to interpretation.
Well, in that case, I'm going to just ask in character. Father Sirius, this illness.
Yes.
I heard you have been sustaining yourself with magic for now.
Yes.
Have you tried consuming holy water?
I have. It hasn't completely removed it, but it has staved it off a bit. What I've been doing mostly is I've been casting... 1 second. There are way too many spells that use this word.
Okay, right, sorry, my headset like kind of died for a second.
Yeah.
He said it had staved it off but hadn't removed it.
Yeah, 1 second.
Wait, hold on.
Is it not working? Yeah, here. Here's the spell I was thinking of. Let me see to it. That's the wrong book. This is page 263.
Okay, my headset, it was working. It was just feeling very hot on the left ear. So that's kind of dangerous, maybe.
That is potentially bad.
Yeah.
Let's
so
see.
I should probably. Yeah. It is about time I invest in a new headset anyway. So
yeah. Maybe better microphone quality next week, guys. Next couple weeks. Next fortnight.
Your mom. So yeah, hopefully nothing should catch on fire right now, but
yeah. We'll see.
We'll see.
I'll let you know if I see your face burning. I'll let you know, just in case.
Yeah.
In case you don't notice.
Thank you.
He says, I've been casting slow poison of the 2nd circle on myself, and it's been having an effect. It is why I've been calling it disease.
Have you tried detecting evil or magic on anyone infected?
Yes. I have certainly detected both such things. But I do not know the source. I've been straying far from such words around the populace, as I do not want to incite panic. But if I get closer to my final days, I fear the worst.
Well, I'm unfortunate to say that if your magic is not capable of doing much more than this, then my own likely falls short as well. I am still would still consider myself a newer cleric. I have not been part of the clergy for very long, so I am. I'm.
Do not undersell yourself, young one. While I agree that you might not be able to cure them, if you wish to help, perhaps you can find the source.
Well, see, that is something I might have, and inkling about, because on our way, me and my companions, on our way here from Valles, we had a bit of a situation with kobolds.
Kobolds, you say?
Which,
Yes,
yes,
there are
it led
plenty
us
of those to the west.
I suppose it led us to their lair. We made it out alive, but for a while we were in a bit of a trap of theirs. It is a bit of embarrassing to say, but that is what happened.
Right.
But this trap, it was a bit of a sort of a pitfall, but it was not a pit. It was actually a library of some sort that it led down to, and in this library, there were a bunch of books on what I could only assume was necromancy. That seemed very much like it.
That does fit the assumption here. That is invaluable information you bring us.
We also heard in the distance, further into the lair. Unfortunately, we could not investigate further because we were not in the best state physically at the time. We had to focus on escaping. But we heard what sounded like skeletal figures moving around.
It's unfortunate. Do you believe you might be able to investigate such a thing?
Potentially, especially now when we're more prepared. Although it is more than a day's journey away from it.
Right.
So it would not be immediate.
No, I can see that. If that is something you could undertake, it would be something I would ask you for dearly. You are perhaps the blessing of Tengria sent here by the Freedom Mother herself.
I believe if we are to do this, it would be appreciated if we could receive backup from other villagers potentially. We are a traveling party of 4 currently, but we aren't. Even if we have some experience in combat, none of us are, I would say, prime warriors, so to speak.
I'm certain that there is at least a well-armed man or two who could help you from this town. We are a well-armed militia, after all. If you find someone who wishes to help you from their free will, certainly that would be their prerogative.
So I've gathered. Yes, indeed. That is probably the way to go. But if we do manage to find out that this is indeed the source, what can we do about the people who are already infected?
I do not know. But perhaps that is something to think about when we know more.
Perhaps.
Hey, I have an idea.
Yes?
In our temple libraries, there's some books on history of the area. Head out there, if you know your letters well. And seek out a book on Creator. Creafer. I don't remember his name properly. Hearing a tale of a necromancer in these lands, it is not usual, but I recall hearing something about it when I was younger. Something about a necromancer from long, long ago. Perhaps such information will serve you well in keeping you safe on such a journey.
I will keep your advice in mind, Father Sirius. Is there anything, before I head out again, is there anything I can do for you at the moment?
Could you bring me some wine?
Is that really wise in your condition?
It is of my free will. What could be wiser?
You make a good point. I'll see what I can do. I unfortunately don't carry one with me, but I can ask. Do you have any storage?
Yes,
things.
yes, there is here in the temple. 'Tis evil disease has cut the use of my legs. It is a fate worse than death for one such as myself.
Well, then I will get to that then.
Yes.
For your peace of mind, if nothing else.
Thank you, young Lucius. Thank you.
And yeah, I'll go try to get a wineskin or something for him.
Yep. You do. He drinks it happily.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll head to the library. I'll let the others do their things for now.
You head out to the library. You start studying and investigating. Give me an intelligence check. There is no pure fail state here, but we can use this to judge quite how well you do.
16.
Not as good as you could have done.
Yeah, my int is 10, so...
Yeah.
As per usual, I roll high when I want low.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I have been showing because I opened up the spell list in my Observer tab instead of my actual free-to-use Internet tab. I've been showing Koibu's spell lists instead of the map for a bit. Whoops.
What an absolute scrub.
Absolute scrub. So they didn't see your dice roll, but I can see in the log that it does say 16 now.
Yeah.
Well done. You study a bit.
I guess probably not for like crazy long, since you did say
No.
we arrived in like the afternoon, so we probably don't have like
Exactly,
too many hours left in the day.
Yeah. Perhaps this intelligence check sort of reflects your ADHD in a bit. Your inability to keep reading for a very long time. And yes, you get tired. What you find out is that before the Miss, over 1,000 years ago, there was legend of a wizard in this land. Now, this would be during the Age of Magic. One of the... In a time where very little information from this time survives. It is... Common knowledge says that most magic items were constructed in this age. That is why they are mostly found these days rather than made. It was a time when the world was far more advanced than it is now. And during this time, a man named Creafor was said to control much of the grasslands here. His undead army walked across the land, slaying people in their homes. He served as a warlord of an undead army in this place. And that when he died, he enclosed himself in his laboratory, which was also his tomb. That is the base information that you discover. What are Lucius' thoughts on this?
Destinum's thoughts are writing it down.
Right.
But Lucius' thoughts are... yeah, I mean, it sounds about right. Right? The kobold base we found sounds very much like it would be this place, or at least some place related to this guy. So... yeah, I mean, it's not like a ton more to reflect upon, except that, and I mean, it's also just like, as he thought before, this disease is likely related to this place, or if there are other places similar to it around, but that place has, I mean, even if it's not the source of this cursed disease itself, then it's still a place with active undeath in it, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Um...
And with that, we are going to cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty decent stopping
Spot.
point.
Yep. We could technically have gone for another hour, but I feel like this will be more satisfying in the long run to cut here.
Yeah, I agree.
Well done. XP?
XP.
Let's see.
So we did almost die, but technically did not take part in combat.
Well, 2nd edition defines winning combat as overcoming your opponent. You don't need to kill them. You do not need to fight them. You do not even need to roll attack rolls. If you overcome them in a lethal situation, you have defeated them in combat. So I would say you have defeated 6 kobolds today, even though you didn't fight them. Because they tried to trap you and kill you when you invaded their home, and you got out.
Yep, alright, fair enough.
He will not argue this. Excellent.
Yep. No, I mean that is what happened. So
yep. Come on, chapter experience. I struggle finding this every single session. I always struggle. Am I reading the right book? I am. I don't know, but like what cursed god decided in the new copies of the 2nd edition books to make all of them almost identical green books.
It's like green, I guess.
So that it's really hard to tell what book you're picking up. So that I'm always looking for DMG stuff in the PHP, and I'm always looking for PHP stuff in the DMG.
You should put a different colored post-it lap on everything.
Per successful... Oh, wait, wrong thing. Per use of granted power. You have not used your granted power. That's going to be a niche thing with this character. Spells used to overcome foes or problems. I would give
I heal. Once again, I only healed today.
Yes,
so.
And I would give most of those heals. I'd say that like the last top it up heal is probably not like unnecessary casting. That's more like just keeping yourself up. That is its own reward. But the 2 used to heal Lepus, and the 1 used to heal yourself when you were really low. Out of the 4 castings, I think you can have 3 of those. So 150 XP for that.
All right.
You did not make a scroll potion. You did not make a permanent.
What was the XP for the kobolds?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
Player has a clever idea. I think that the experimentation with the orb was really good. And the idea of like, especially the let's touch the roof and make it heavy. I had not thought of that at all when I was planning this scenario, and that was really cool. So that's definitely a clever idea. So take 100 XP for that in total.
Poggers.
Player has an idea that saves the party. No, more like player rolled exactly enough to save the party.
Yeah, on the heals, you mean?
Yeah, and on the fall damage.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you that one this session.
I mean, if anything, it would be the same as the clever idea, but that's still the same thing. So.
Player encourages others to participate. Now this is a bit of a meme, but I think you've encouraged Corin to participate. I think you've been real good at inviting her into your party and being good to her, even though she's not a player. So I'm going to give you 100 XP for that.
Okay, sure. I'll take it, I guess.
Take the standard 200 experience for good roleplay in general.
Okay. 200, you done?
Yeah, 200.
Okay.
Then we go to goblins. We got kobolds.
Kobolds. You keep calling them goblins.
Because in my prep, they're written as goblins. Scratch. No, kobolds.
Okay. Did you realize that kobold made more sense for your world building?
It's partially that. They do make more sense for this world building right now. It also allowed me to just have more kobolds because they have half the HP of a goblin. And I wanted a bit of a swarm situation with like a bigger group. So
fair enough.
They are 15 experience each. 6 of them make for 90. Let's round it up to 100. Take 100 experience.
All right.
Hell yeah. And then for plot progression, you found the tomb of a necromancer. You made it to Ventus. That's a new location. Isn't there like an actual new location XP reward as well? That is like a thing.
By the way, I am over the level up threshold now.
Oh, we're gonna hit level 2.
Yeah, I am 1555, and next level
Okay.
was 1500.
I'm just checking if I can find a thing about a new location. Now I just baked that up into plot EXP. Plot EXP with the magic item is usually its own reward in a lot of ways. So let's give you a flat 300 extra for plot progression.
All right.
Cool. That should be it. That's it.
All right. So then I level up.
You do level up.
So just for bookkeeping, the
Yes.
XP that I have, are we removing the XP that required for level,
No,
or are
no.
we like
You keep
sticking
it up.
to-
You keep it there, and then I just give you the next threshold again.
Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry. You need to cut. You need to
the
cut.
combat?
You need to cut 60 EXP from combat. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still above.
Yeah, that goes to Lepus and Diedrich.
Yeah.
Corin was unconscious, so.
Yeah.
So
I'm at 1795 XP.
Yes, I'm gonna find your next threshold for you. I went too far. There we go. Your next threshold is 3,000.
3000.
Yes. And let's level up. So, you gain 1 extra spell slot from a memorization for first level spells.
Yeah. Is it one extra first level?
Yes.
So 4. When do you get second tier spells, by the way?
Third level. Just like in 5th edition.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's see here. Your saving throws don't improve. Let's check your FACO. I don't think your FACO improves either.
What's FACO again?
It's basically plus to hit.
Okay.
I think your plus to hit goes up. Yeah, it doesn't improve until 4th level, but then it improves by 2. Because the priests have a weird thing where every 3rd level they go up by 2. Other groups go up by 1, but more frequently.
Okay.
And wizards go up by 1, but equally frequently. Because wizards suck ass at hitting things. Cool. You should not get any more proficiencies either this level. So it's just spells, the 1 extra spell slot, and rolling HP. That really is level 2.
All right. Is it still what dice is a D8 again?
D8.
Or?
Yep. Roll a D8.
I assume I get the extra HP to my current.
If you are full HP, yes. If you were damaged, you would proportionally gain like the same percentage of damage.
Okay. Well, I am full HP. So.
Great.
I'm rolling a DH. D8, I mean DH. Yeah, I don't know what a DH is.
5 HP. That's good. It's above half.
Yeah, I'm up to 12 total HP now.
12 total HP. Look, you can almost be tossed regular combat at you now. You have more HP than William. We can fight a badger.
Oh my god. No. Please don't. Dude, my HP pool was not the issue in that fight, okay?
Yeah, it was it is funny, by the way. You have still not hit an attack roll. We didn't roll one today.
Yeah.
Alright, fantastic. Well done. That was Irondice mode.
I am very happy, honestly, that I don't have to go through all the new spells that I can learn, because I can't learn any new spells.
Nope, you can't learn any new spells. Excellent. That is next level. Any general reflections on session today?
I was a bit scared I was gonna die again, but we pulled through. Let's
You
go.
pulled through. Let's go. Didn't even
Yeah.
lose Lepus.
No, I managed to save him.
You know, I designed the trap with the fall damage before I rolled Lepus HP today. Because
Wait, you rolled it today?
Yeah, I rolled it in prep for today.
Okay.
So because I rolled it because I wanted, I was checking some stuff. He was previously a sickly because of his low con. But I rolled his HP and I looked at it and I was like, yeah. So we're going not bringing Lepus to Ventus, I guess. But you got him there somehow. You got him there.
Yeah, dude, my double cure light wounds prep has been going steady so far.
Yes, my idea of allowing player character race beings to fall to negative 10 HP, just like a player character, is helping you out a lot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well then, thank you for today's session, and I will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.